Good morning, students. To stay safe, stay at home. I am Priyanka Kumari and I am going to teach you science. And our first topic is living and non living things. In this chapter, we will discuss about nature, living and non living things, living and non-living things, and features of non-living things. Features of living and non-living things. Living and non-living things. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Students, you can see in the picture or you can look around the world. We are surrounded by so many beautiful things. Nature has given us things such as sun, moon, stars, plants and animals. These are called natural things. And things such as buildings, roads, cars, trains, aeroplanes, etc. have been made by the humans. These are called man-made things. Plants, animals and humans are living things. But sun, moon, stars, building, car, etc. are non-living things. Then, how do you know that these are living and these are non-living things? That I have told you. Okay? As in your picture, you can see human beings are also there, and I have told you these are what? Living things. Why? Because living thing can breathe, living thing can move on its own, living things can grow, living things need food and water to survive, living things can produce the new young one. Okay, but what about non-living thing? You can see here this picture, this water park, the chair. What is this? These are what? Non-living things. They do not need air. They do not need air to breathe. They do not need food to eat. They don't grow by its own. Okay? So, let's write some few points about living things and non-living things. Okay, students, as we have discussed in the picture, open your rough notebook and write something about living thing and non-living thing and what is it in detail. So, the topic we are discussing, living and non-living. It is already in the nature. So, in our nature, we are having two types of thing. First type is called living thing and second is non-living things. Okay? In our nature, all the living and non-living things are there. Okay? So first start the living thing. What is living thing? How you call the thing is living? That kind of thing that are alive. That are alive or can capable of produce new life and capable to produce new life. That is called living thing. What is called? Living thing. Which kind of thing is living? I have told you that kind of thing that are alive or capable enough to produce new life or capable for reproduction, that is called living thing. As for example, you can take human being, plants, trees, animals. Okay. Now the second one is non-living thing. What is non-living thing? So, non-living thing. What is it? Non-living thing that are not alive. That kind of thing that are not alive and not capable to produce new life. As for example, you can take your school bag. Yes, students, your laptop, yes, etc. And many things are there that are non-living. Okay, let's come to the slide. I hope till here you have understood that is what is living thing and what is non-living things through the example. Okay, students. Now come to the next topic, that is what characteristics of living thing. What is the characteristics of living thing? That is also called features of living thing. Our next topic is characteristics of living thing. Characteristics means simply you can say feature. Okay, what is the features of living things? Living things need water and food to grow. They can breathe, they can move, they can produce young one, they can grow and they can feel. One by one, all the categories of the characteristics of living things we will discuss. One by one, we will discuss all the characteristics of the living things. Our first characteristic is living things can move. Yes, as we have discussed and I have told you, living things can move. Most of the living thing can move from one place to another place. Yes, on their own. They move in search of food, in search of water. As for example, we can take wild animals. Wild animals moves around to look for water in the river or ponds. Yes, yes. Now they move to look for shelter. Living things move, look for shelter. They move to look for shelter also. For example, you can take birds and insect. Okay, birds move to find trees to build their nest. How birds move? With the help of their wings. How fish move? Fish swims with the help of fins and tails. Okay, students, these are fins and tails. With the help of this, the fish can move from one place to the another place. Okay. As many example is given in the picture, you can see snakes crawl from one place to another. How snakes go? By crawling. Okay. And animals such as leopard, buffaloes moves with the help of their legs. Okay. Birds and insects fly with the help of their wings. That we have discussed. Okay. Snakes. How snakes go from one place to another place? By crawling. And fish swims with the help of their fins and tails. Our next characteristics is living things can grow. What is the characteristics? Living things can grow. As you can see in the example, okay, you can see in the example, this is the seed, and after growing up, the seed converted into plant, and after that the plant converted into a big tree. Means a seed grows into a plant, yes, and a plant grows into a big tree. Yes. As for the second example, a kitten grows up to become a cat. A kitten grows up to become a cat. Yes. Non-living things stay the same and do not grow. In living things, we know that living things can grow, but non-living things do not grow. For example, a table or your mobile phone will always stay the same place. Yes. Next characteristics is living things need food. Okay. We feel hungry. If we skip a meal, this is a way of our body tells us that it need food. You feel hungry. Living things need food to live and grow. We obtain our food from the plants, from the animals. Animals obtain food from the plants and from the another animal. You can see in the picture, girl eating an apple. Apple is what? Plant food. Yes. So, girl eating apple, and you can see tiger eating goat and a horse eating grass. You can see here how the things are connected and how they depends on food to live and to grow. Yes, green plants make their own food. What about green plant? They make their own food using air, water, sunlight. Non-living things, they do not need food. Do you serve ever your phone or your computer food, any kind of food? Do you serve ever food to your computer, to your mobile phone? No. So, means non-living things not require any kind of food or water. Okay. Now, the next characteristics is living things breathe. We cannot keep our nose, that you know that if you will keep your nose closed for 1 minute, what will happen? Or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, what will happen? You will not survive. Okay? Without breathing. We cannot keep our nose and mouth closed beyond a minute. Yes? We start feeling uneasy. This is because our body continuously need to take fresh air inside and give out the air, used air outside. Yes, the process by which the body takes in and gives out the air is called breathing. What is called? Breathing. Yes, what is breathing? The process of taking air inside and giving out the used air outside, that process is called breathing. You can see some examples. The grasshopper. How grasshopper breathe? With the help of tiny holes. What is air holes? Air holes is a kind of tiny holes along with the body of the insect. With the help of that, this kind of insect can breathe. You can see. See here. Okay. These are the tiny holes. With the help of these tiny holes, this kind of insect can breathe. Come to the next example. That is what? Fish. Fish take breath through the gills. A frog can breathe both on land and in water. It breathes with the help of lung on land. On land, frog uses lungs, and in water, frog uses skin to breathe. Okay, and how plants breathe? Through stomata. Through stomata. What is stomata? Stomata pores in the leaf of plants through which they take in and give out air. Our next characteristics is living things feel. How the living things feel? When you get hurt, you feel pain. When something is cooking in the kitchen, you can smell. Means eyes, ears, tongue, skin and nose. These are what? Sense organs in our body. Through these sense organs, we can sense everything, whatever is happening in our surrounding. When you will get hurt, you feel pain. When you cook something in the kitchen, you can smell. So, living things can feel, can sense the things. Okay, you can see in the picture a girl in pain. Means a girl can sense the pain. Yes, with the plant also. Actually, plant having no sense organ. Yes, but plant do not have sense organs, but they can feel change of environment. A plant kept in the shade will grow towards the sunlight, and plant can also sense a change of weather. This is what? That's why some trees shade their leaves in the autumn season. That you know that. Okay? Means how many sense organs in our body? Eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skins are sense organs, enable us to sense the changes around us. That I have already discussed with you. Means living things, with the help of this you can understand how the living things can feel. Okay? The last characteristics of living thing is living things can reproduce. As you know that dogs give birth to puppies, cow to calves and so on. Human beings have babies too. You can see in the picture also human babies. Human beings birth babies. Crocodile give birth, lay eggs. Dogs birth puppies. Okay, so birds and some more animals such as crocodile, you can see in the picture, lay eggs. Their young ones hatch from the egg. Okay, so living organism produce more organism like themselves. This is known as reproduction. So you can say that reproduction is the process by producing more young ones of one own kind. Reproduction is the process of producing more young ones of one own kind. You can see here crocodile give birth, lay eggs, and after that this egg will convert into same crocodile, and after that you can see here human being give birth to babies, dog give birth puppies, and so on. You know that. Okay students, in the next video tutorial we will continue the chapter and will discuss in that video differences between living and non-living things. I hope that you have understood this video tutorial. In your rough notebook you can write this thing that I have highlighted, okay, and after that in your WhatsApp group I'll send you some worksheet you need to solve by yourself. Don't take help from your parents. Okay students, take care, have a great day.